everyone, welcome back to my channel. I will be popping in and out in this video to give you guys some information as to the stuff that is within the video. So if you like the video and you like the products that are in the video, please comment down below, like, and subscribe to this video for more content from Hey everyone, me again. I do want to let you know about the Disney Springs protocol for the COVID situation and everything like that. I have to give big kudos to Disney Springs for how amazing that they were doing for the COVID. Everybody was following protocol, sanitizing was everywhere. They had canine units there as well to keep an eye on people. They did, as soon as you get there, you first had to take a temperature screening, and that was simple. But before you get to them taking your temperature, you had to get the sanitizer and everything like that, and then you just walk right in. So that was very good. Another thing I did want to talk about for Disney Springs was the merch. Prior to this little clip here, you've seen some of the merch that we got from World of Disney, and I wanted to specify one little topic of the merch. A lot of the vloggers that I do watch have a tendency to over talk about how you should only shop at World of Disney because some of the merch is selling out. The merch that is supposedly selling out is the merch that you see in the previous picture that we got. I do want to tell you that do not listen 100% to your vloggers that you are listening to, because not only in the World of Disney, I was also able to find the face masks and everything else, minus the Haunted Mansion bag, in other stores throughout Disney Springs. So if like they run out of a Baby Yoda mask or Haunted Mansion mask or anything like that, do go to other stores around Disney Springs and look for the mask or ears, because I did find them throughout the place. So do not stress if you do not get the ears or anything, or the mask, because they are everywhere. And they're not hidden or anything like that. They're within plain view, so you will be able to get a thing or a mask or anything like that. And if you don't find what you're looking for, there is also masks online to purchase and stuff like that, but they are in bundles. I think the bundles are like a bundle of 4 for the theme you're looking for, and I think they were like $14.99 or something. But in store they had them as singles as well, and they had small for the kids, medium, and large. I got the baby Yoda mask, and to me, I find that the mask is still kind of a problem, and I got a large. To me, the mask is tight. It's tight here, and when wearing it, it does get in your view, so it's like sitting right here on your face. So if you don't like that, then maybe not get the mask that you're wanting. But if you want it as a collectible piece, then definitely get it. I'm obsessed with Baby Yoda, as you all can see. So I had to get a Baby Yoda mask or something Baby Yoda. But they are tight on the face. Even after washing, I thought it would loosen up, but it did not. It kind of made it tighter on the face. And the ear loops are very thick, and I find them to be uncomfortable. But I mean, it's up to your preference and stuff like that. So yeah, do make a mention of that. And remember, again, I did get the large. I was gonna get the medium, thinking that it would be more my size, because I'm really tiny and stuff. But I'm glad I did get the large, because I probably would have never been able to wear the medium. But also, most of the time on this trip, I was wearing a disposable mask because I am asymptomatic. I've had asthma, bronchitis, and everything like that. So I find that the disposable masks are a lot easier to wear and a lot more breathable than all these cottons and different types of masks that we are seeing that have designs on them and stuff like that. Another thing is too that it's so humid and stuff like that. Do take a lot of water and keep yourself hydrated, because this is my first trip where I'm actually having a reaction to wearing the mask. And it is pretty hard. So to my asymptomatic people, if you get chest pains easily and out of breath, as you can see in this video, do be aware. I mean, I was going in and out of stores to get AC and stuff like that, but even then it was not really good enough for me. On top of that, the hotel we had, I think, kind of really messed me up on this one, but I'll talk about that later on in the If you are a fan of the famous Disney World Dole Whip and the Dole Whip float in the previous photo that you just seen, you can actually purchase either of these two at the Marketplace Snacks in Disney Springs. I, for the first time, got to try the Dole Whip float, and that was previous price that you've seen. As for the you can also get the cup like you get at Disney World, and I think that was $4.99 if I'm not mistaken on the website. That's $4.99. As for the Dole Whip float, I am so used to the Dole Whip cup that whenever I tried the float, I was disgusted with it. So if you are used to the ice cream version of the Dole Whip, I would not really recommend the float, because I was okay with the ice cream portion, but whenever it came to trying the juice of the pineapple, to me it tasted more like mango than pineapple, and I honestly did not finish it at all. So yeah, do be reminded, for what you're gonna pay, you might as well get what you're used to. Or if somebody else does like the float, you could try theirs and see if you like it or not. Also, I forgot to mention that the Marketplace Snacks is right across from the Marketplace Co-op area. So it's like a little stand if you are looking to purchase a Dole Whip cup or a Dole Whip float. So the previous picture you just seen was from Homecoming, which is also at Disney Springs, and it is considered a Southern style restaurant, so to say. And in the picture you seen, I had the harvest salad, the hand battered okra fries, and also my mom got the same harvest salad, along with my dad getting the mac and cheese that is handmade at the place at Homecoming. I do want to talk about the harvest salad because I felt like it should be renamed to something else. It's considered like a Cobb salad on the menu, and I do not find it to be a Cobb salad. I'm used to, Cobb salad wise, I'm used to like Rainforest Cafe, or mainly Rainforest Cafe, and how they used to make their Cobb salads before taking it off of the menu. But to me, this harvest salad should not be considered a Cobb salad. It also uses the same dressing as a Cobb salad, which is the balsamic vinaigrette, and it has corn, red peppers, hush puppies that are your croutons, which is interesting. I've never had hush puppies as a crouton, but they were good. They were sweet. It had sweet corn in it and all kinds of other stuff. I really didn't like the flavoring of it. It was just a very off taste. It was like a sweet kind of salad. To me, it should be considered a Greek salad instead of a Cobb salad. Most of the time when I go out, I do eat salads, so I can like determine the differences between the two and stuff. And to me, this was more of a Greek salad, and everything that was mixed in with it. I don't think they should have put the red peppers in there. I think that kind of messes with the flavoring. The balsamic, their version of balsamic vinaigrette was kind of not a pleasant taste to me. To you guys, you might love it, so if you would like to try it, you can. The mac and cheese that my dad had, he let me have some. It is really thick and really good. It is good, but I don't see myself going to a restaurant just to get mac and cheese when I could make it at home and just get a blowtorch and just like blow the top of it just to make it crispy at the top or whatever. The okra fries were really, really good. I really like the okra fries. My only complaint with the okra fries is I wish they weren't in fry form, because as soon as you bite it, you have to eat the whole thing, and the breading falls apart. The breading to me looked like it had like it's a cheese breading that they put around. Everything here is handmade, hand battered, and everything like that they do overnight for the next day. The okra breading, the cheese breading was really good, but they also add, I think, like cayenne pepper or something, which gives it like a little spice to it. So the more of the okra fries that you eat, it does get a little spicy. And then I think they also give you, like on a doily, it's like a dipping sauce. For us here in Miami and stuff like that, it's normally the places I go to, they give you ranch. Here they gave you like I think, don't quote me on this, I think it is like a cilantro kind of dipping. It wasn't like a blue cheese, it wasn't like a ranch, so I'm thinking cilantro maybe. I don't think parsley or anything like that. I think it's maybe like a cilantro kind of ranch blend, but it was good too. That was really good. It was good. Last and finally, we are going to talk about Old Town, which is a place I normally film a lot of when going on these trips. In previous videos, you can see in my pictures that I'm always here and I'm always in these locations. Every trip that we take up there to Orlando. I honestly have to give this time, the 2 days that I went to Old Town, a thumbs down for not following protocol and not following any of the guidelines that should be followed for COVID procedures. When walking around the place, nobody was wearing a mask, and the people that were wearing masks did not have them even on. They had them under their chin and was not even wearing them. Some of them, even families that I was seeing, they would have the kids wear it, but the adults were not wearing it. So it was a mess, and a lot of bubble popping. Like, nobody was staying 6 feet. They were getting very close to you. Security, on the other hand, they were not even enforcing it. I was even seeing security guards, supposed security guards, not even wearing a mask. Employees were not wearing a mask. They do have a new thing where a supposed security guard has like a little go-kart like thingy, and he goes around and he checks. All he was doing was honking a horn at people thinking they would put their mask on. But even if they weren't listening, he was not enforcing them putting on a mask. There is, at Old Town in Kissimmee, there is a lot of entrance places, and my dad did bring this up to me as to the reason possibly why there is no mask wearing here. There is a lot of entrances into Old Town, and that could be the reason why they can't keep up with it. But to me, that's not an excuse. It should be enforced no matter what. And I think they do need police on site, along with more security that takes it serious, instead of these like teens that are just running around thinking it's cool to look at the women that are passing by them, kind of thing. I do also want to talk about sanitizing. They do have areas where you can sanitize, but I used my own sanitizer or the bathrooms. I did not want to touch their sanitizing stations because of the people that were around me. I did not want to touch anything that other people were touching. Even in the bathrooms, I had a problem because they were not keeping them clean. So toilets had like toilet paper coming out of them. The floors were soaking wet. It was really disgusting. Even the bathroom stalls for the women's area did not even have soap in them. It was really weird to see this. Normally the bathrooms are kept up and everything's like really nice and clean in there, but this trip it was very disgusting. I would like to mention that this might look as like a first timer kind of view talking about Old Town and stuff like that, but if you've followed my channel for a while now, you would know that I've been coming to the Disney parks and Disney Springs before it was even considered Disney Springs, and it was considered Downtown Disney, and Old Town ever since I was a little girl with my parents. It was always been a yearly trip or monthly trip to come up here. So I even stated this on my social media that I've been able to witness the changes that have been happening at the parks, and I don't want to put anybody out there, but I'm noticing the crowds that are going up there are really ruining the experience. And I'm not saying employees, I'm saying the people that are visiting these locations. And it's the younger crowd that is ruining the experience, in my opinion. And I can honestly say I hate being a part of this considered generation. It's very sad to see how irresponsible people are being. For Old Town, last year, before they moved, my mom had 2 friends that were actually vendors in one of the stores in Old Town. And this was before the stores were going out of business and everything like that. It turns out they keep raising the rent, and rent can't get paid. So whenever something goes out, what Old Town is doing is putting bars in. So it's like at every corner, every other lot or whatever is a bar, which is making it worse and worse. There is like over 4 bars or whatever at Old Town, and because of this, I think it is really, really messing with the experience of Old Town. Now, if you don't know Old Town, prior to the bars, it used to be, I always called it like a Grease experience, where they play the old time music. They had the old time cars, the car show that we would always go to on Saturdays, and it would be like, it just had that Grease vibe to it, where you would want to dress in the skirts that had like the puffy inside with the poodle on it, and it just made you want to dress up and everything like that. Whereas now, me being a female visiting Old Town, I am now actually, I can safely say this now, from this experience, I could safely say that I don't feel safe going there as a female. And I honestly hate saying this on my YouTube channel, but I could safely say that I do not feel safe going to Old Town anymore because of the alcohol consumption that is being done. I am getting tired of guys coming in my face trying to do the worst. And I honestly don't think children should be coming here anymore. Even the people that were drinking, they were parents and they had the kids with them, and it was sitting and just watching the stuff that was happening it's disgusting. It's really, really disgusting over there now. Like I said, I'm tired of how bad it is over there. And there was one year that they did have police on scene in the event something happened, and I was right. I think I talked about this in a previous video or so. There was like a group of 5 police, and I was just sitting on a bench. I think it was for Halloween or something, and I had somebody get in my face and say boo, thinking it was okay. I did not know this guy. He was in a group of like 5. This was prior to COVID, by the way. He got in my face. His group was laughing. I was frightened because I didn't know what could have happened. I didn't know anything of what was going on. I was like in my own world talking. I think I was talking to my mom or whatever, and then he did this. It scared the crap out of me. It took me a while to come out of it. And the police didn't do anything, so it's like, it'd be nice to have an enforcement at Old Town. So if anybody from Old Town does watch this video, please do a better job. I left a review on your page explaining what needs to be done. So, and I'm not going to say it nicely to you people, so do your jobs. Seriously. I do also want to clarify that I am noticing in one of the shops that we normally go into, we went into on this trip, and I noticed a lot of the employees / vendors to the places aren't wearing a mask. they're not even enforcing sanitizer or anything like that. In one of the places that we normally go into, it wasn't the original owners that we're used to. It looked like it was their kids or something, or their grandkids or whatever. The place reeked of drugs. The place reeked of weed. And they were not even wearing a mask. Behind the register, they were not wearing a mask. It was very... It was complete 360 than what we're used to seeing on trips. So yeah, if you do wish to visit Old Town and you are still a kind of bit nervous as to if you should do things or not, this time I can officially say I would not recommend visiting Old Town because of how bad it was on this trip. For 2 days that I went, first day I was completely amazed. The second day I went going thinking, okay, maybe things are better, maybe it'll be changed, maybe it'll be different and stuff like that. But it was 10 times worse the second day. So do be aware, and if you do bring your kids, do keep an eye on them and keep them close by to you, because the people that are visiting Old Town are not good people. It's not that homey, welcoming vibe anymore. It's that on your tip, for me at least, it's that on your toes, keep a 360 view kind of feeling, because I really don't feel safe being a female on Old Town property anymore. Even at Fun Spot, which is the park with the rides next that's affiliated with Old Town for here. There are 2 fun spots, but the fun spot I am talking about that is mixed with Old Town, I would say also keep your guard up in the fun spot area as well, because it also continues there as well. But most of what I am talking about is on the Old Town side, so do be aware. And finally, I did mention in the previous video of what I'm filming now, I mentioned I am under the weather in this first time ever taking a trip up to Kissimmee / Old Town / Disney Springs and everything like that I am under the weather. This is my first time I've ever been under the weather. It's taking me a while to come out of it. It's nothing serious. Trust me, it's nothing serious. I know the cause of why I'm so under the weather. It's because of the mask wearing for over so many hours. This trip was my first time actually having to experience wearing a mask an entire day / half of a night for good 2-3 days. And I could not get used to it. And on top of me being asymptomatic, it kind of really messed with my lungs on this trip. Also, I did say the hotel we were staying in, I think, was also the biggest problem. On this trip, we had a 1-bed pull-out and a pull-out couch on this trip. And I slept on the pull-out couch for the first, well, not the first time, but where the pull-out couch was located, it was located right next to the AC. And we also think we got a cigarette room because our clothes stink of hotel / whatever else the room was. And I still can't get it out of the clothes. The room we got, it wasn't too bad of a room, but I do have to complain. The only thing I really liked in this room was that for the first time, we actually had like a walk-in tub, which we've never experienced a walk-in tub before. But for some reason, it was actually it was a nice experience to have a walk-in tub. I'm so used to having to do like a step-in tub. So I kind of think we had like a handicap room kind of thing, because some of this stuff was set up as a handicap room. But prior to going into our room, when we did get it, I sanitized everything. I brought a huge bottle of Purell spray, and I did, for an hour, I was re-sanitizing the room in the event that people did not sanitize, the workers didn't sanitize, blah blah blah. Long story short, I barely got good sleep on this trip because one, I'm sleeping on a pull-out couch that I'm not used to. I chose the pull-out couch for a reason, because most of the time when people stay at a hotel, they stay sleeping in the bed. I chose the pull-out couch thinking it would be more semi-safer, but that means sleeping next to the air conditioner, which probably messed with my breathing and stuff like that. Also, the room we got was the first room up in the front, first floor, so there would be people literally, and stairs were there, so people would be congregated there. So if they were smoking, that would then go into our AC, which would then go into our room, which makes sense. And I can vouch for that, because when I did finally get to, actually no, I wasn't sleeping at this time. It was 2 in the morning, and I was finally starting to doze off. And this also goes back to where I was talking about Old Town with the younger crowd and stuff like that. It was 2 in the morning, and we're in a hotel room, and next thing I know, there's a boombox playing. Lo and behold, I open the hotel window, and it's 3 kids, well, not kids, I would say like maybe like teenagers or whatever. They had, this pisses me off. They had their boombox on the hood of their car, and they were just standing out there. They were doing whatever they were doing, but they had the boombox blasting as loud as possible at 2 in the morning, trying to sleep. I didn't go out and say anything, because with what you're seeing on the news now, it's best just to stay quiet. But how can you when you're trying to sleep? But I stayed quiet, so that is why I am under the weather. So do not worry about what's currently going on. It's just I'm trying to get back in. I'm trying to get out of that hotel environment, the hotel room environment, and I've never had it this bad. And Dad did mention, he forgot to mention to not get a no smoking room. So I think that is a lot of our problem right now. My mom is also having the same problem. And when we were in the room, we didn't realize it was this strong until we came home, and the change in air and everything like that. So, and like I said, we're not used to wearing a mask as much as we were wearing a mask on this trip. And I was wearing disposable masks, and I'm still having problems. So do not worry about that. I'm just under the weather from the hotel room we had, the smoking that was going on around us, and stuff like that. So yeah. With that said, we were at the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed this video and would like to see more on my next trip or whatever, I will bring it to you. If you like it, comment below. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna beg for anything. I don't want to be one of those vloggers or bloggers that begs you to like my page, but it would be nice to see some love on this channel. I wanted to do a lot more filming on this channel. I actually wanted to do a video of me walking and talking to you guys about what's going on, especially more so now. I know a lot of people want to know, should I go or should I stay at home in my own safe environment? I wanted to do that, but on this trip it was so impossible for me to do anything because of the mask wearing. I wanted to film a lot more for you all, but I had to keep an eye on my health and keep an eye on my oxygen levels and stuff like that. And I also wanted to spend as much time as possible with the family, with my mom and dad on this trip. So even they were having problems because, like I said previously, we're not used to wearing a mask as much as we had to in this trip, and we wanted to enjoy it as much as possible, on top of having to go in and out of stores for AC for like every 5 seconds. So yeah, if you did like this video, let me know. So much love to you guys. Thank you all for watching this video if you do watch it. If you do have any questions merch wise, or just like walking around and seeing how people were acting kind of thing, just comment below and let me know, and I will answer questions. Like I said, I posted on my social media that I had a lot of steam to let off, and it was for Old Town. But if you guys are curious about Disney Springs and stuff like that, do comment below and I will answer questions with no problem, and I will not hold back because this stuff is serious. So yeah, let me know. Minnie, we're trying to film. We're not doing a picture, Minnie. Never fails, Minnie. Are we gonna do the whole video like this?